Welcome back, everybody, to Cube League Season 5, Week 3. We have a match between the Meeseeks and Lookma All Lands. The Meeseeks in third place, Lookma All Lands in second. We're following Sir Brew Lot, and we've got OutofFocus, who he was passing to in the draft.
Yes.
I am Persiferous.
I'm J-Wall.
And let's get into the action. Looks like we've got the judges game going on here.
The game within the game.
The game within the game.
That's 2 ties in a row.
That was 2 ties in a row at 10. So remember, folks, we're playing the Cube of Commons. Looks like Sir Brew Lot decided he was going to go with Jund Elves. And looks like OutofFocus did stick in that green lane.
Yes, he did.
But he was also gobbling up a lot of those red cards.
A lot of those red cards. Yeah, looking at what was going around, we had to figure he was on green.
Yeah, we kind of had to figure that. I mean, it really tells a lot when somebody passes you a handful of green cards.
Yeah,
that are all good.
You're like, all right, I don't think they're in green.
Yeah, and what did you take from this?
Right, what did you take?
So we're getting into hand selection here. So it looks like OutofFocus is probably going to keep his hand. And I see a bunch of red and green cards in there, which is where he wants to be, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, if he's Gruul and you see red and green spells with lands, yes.
He's not going to keep it.
Not.
He shipped it away. He thought about it for a second, and it looks like Sir Brew Lot is going to keep it. He's showing the camera for production right now what he's got. We'll get that hand loaded up for you, and we'll see what he's got. So remember, he's got a handful of 1-drops and 2-drops. He does have that Ivy Elemental.
Yes.
Which I'm going to say would probably slot right in here.
Okay, so we see
lands. We see a Vampire Lacerator, which is a 1-drop, a Vault Scourge, which can be a 1-drop, or is it
2-drop?
It's a 2-drop.
2 and you can pay,
2 and Phyrexian. Tyrant's Choice, which is a 2-drop, and an Ivy Lane Denizen, which is a 4-drop.
Okay.
So we'll see what he starts out with.
That's a reasonable keep in this.
Yeah, game one against your first opponent.
Unknown,
which happened to be the person sitting next to you in the draft. I think you kind of know where they are.
You should.
Well, not everybody will.
Right.
I know when I draft, sometimes it's hard for me to discern what my player sitting next to me is. But that's just me.
Right, a card evaluation, though, too. Like, they may not value the cards you value.
That's very true.
So,
it looks like he drew another forest, so he's going to start out with the Vampire Lacerator.
There's going to be a lot of that going on tonight, folks.
Yep, you'll see a lot of reading tonight. Cube of Commons. You can thank the owner of the Cube of Commons. I do believe his name is Persiferous.
I've heard that name before.
That's right.
Druid of the Anima.
Yeah, okay.
I know that card very well from...
So that card taps for mana also.
Naya.
Taps for the Naya colors.
You can choose one of the Naya colors.
Red or the white. And I think that fits right into a Gruul strategy. It's where you want to be.
Yeah, it's a great card. I've played that in my L commander deck.
Oh, yeah. It looks like he's going to swing that Vampire Lacerator and do some damage. And there's the Llanowar Elf. Llanowar Elf makes an appearance, and looks like he's going to pay a couple of life here. And there's the Vault Scourge.
Okay.
Vault Scourge is 1 mana and a Phyrexian. So I think he's off to a run here. Being able to get 3 creatures down on turn 2.
That's where you'd want to be in this.
In this cube, yeah.
In this cube, this is exactly where I'd want to be. I personally like to see more elves on the board.
I would too.
I mean, we are elves players.
Yes,
so
it's very true. It's very true.
Drew a card for turn.
Drew a card for turn. Takes point of damage for that vampire lacerator.
Yeah.
So he does that until his opponent's at 10 or less life. At the beginning of his upkeep, loses 1 point of life.
He can play the Denizen.
He can play the Denizen right now. He can do that. He can swing with the Vault Scourge and the Lacerator. Lacerator's a 2/2, so never hurts to run that in there. Looks like we're going to see the elephant, or not the elephant, that's a ambush. That's the elf ambush.
Oh, okay. The one that gets 2 insects.
Yeah, or 2 elves.
Was it 2 elves? Okay.
Yeah. Puts 2 elf creature tokens onto the battlefield.
That one.
Yep.
Yeah, because Sir Brew Lot drafted the
elephant, and then they clash.
Yeah.
And they're reading how to clash. So when you clash, you reveal the top card of your library, and whichever one has the higher converted mana cost wins. And then I think we'll have to look that up.
Right.
I can't remember how to clash.
Well, they're flipping them back over. Up. Well, it looks like the elf has disappeared.
All right, so looks like we're still going through this, and Sir Brew Lot's trying to figure out what's going to happen. Looks like he's going to double block the Lacerator.
Okay.
Which I think Sir Brew Lot's all right with that.
Yeah, I mean that's a 3 for not necessarily 3 for 1. It was 1 card, so
it is 1 card, but it's a card that could have been aggro later.
Yeah, and it looks like it plays the Denizen.
Yeah, we kind of figured that one was going to happen.
Absolutely. All right, OutofFocus draws for a turn, plays a mountain, taps 3 mana. And I'm trying to read that card.
Oh, that's a Nespian. Is that the Nespian?
Is that the snake?
It might be a different. No, that's Sprigger.
Okay.
The Sprigget.
He drew Liliana Spectre for turn.
Oh.
That's a good.
Liliana Spectre for turn is a pretty good card. Right
Yeah. Yeah, and he plays it.
He's going to play it.
That could rip a bomb right out of OutofFocus's hand.
Yep.
And he's
looking at what to do here. So there goes a big red card right there, looks like. So to clash with an opponent, each clashing player reveals the top card of his or her library, then puts that card on the top or the bottom. A player wins if his or her card had a higher converted mana cost. Whenever a creature with Death Touch deals damage to a creature, destroy that creature. So,
all right, so we have an attempt at Prey Upon here.
So
and
what do
in
we
response, OutofFocus cast.
Is that ram through?
It might.
Yeah, it looks like it casts ram through.
Wow. And that's one thing you gotta get used to when you draft this cube in particular is the combat tricks.
Yeah,
there's a plenty of combat tricks.
There are plenty of combat tricks.
You think you have the clear, and you probably don't.
No, you probably don't. You probably should sit back down in your seat.
Yeah, you need to think it through because when I say plenty of combat tricks, there's a lot.
So if they win the clash, the creatures gain Death Touch.
Oh, okay.
So, it would have affected how he blocked.
I'm sure. That's I like that kind of card design. Oh, is he getting busy with the Landwar Elf?
He's getting busy with the Landwar Elf.
Okay.
I mean, he's got 4 mana out there.
He's got
right
4
now.
mana.
You don't need it. You don't need little elf boy no more.
I mean, your Ivy Elemental just got one smaller.
Yeah, that's true, but it's not in his hand.
That's true
And
as well.
he's going to go with the Tyrant's Choice.
Okay. What are they going to choose?
Probably Death.
Is that what you always choose?
I'm not sure if it is. Let's see if we can pull this card up, ladies and gentlemen. So
basically, whatever Sir Brew Lot chooses is going to happen. Typically, with Will of the Council cards, that's how it works.
Right, that's typically how it goes. So Tyrant's Choice says, starting with you, each player votes for death or torture. If death gets more votes, each opponent sacrifices a creature. If torture gets more votes, or the vote is tied, each opponent loses 4 life. So I don't know. Either one of those is really good.
Either one, yeah.
And it looked like they went with torture.
Torture, yeah, because
there was no creature that was sacrificed.
No creature was sacrificed. And we have an 11-9.
We have an 11-9 game, and we've got a Fanatical Firebrand. Little monkey goblin out there on the battlefield.
I love that card.
We got a Priest of Titania.
Yep.
It's going to shoot it and block it.
Yep.
Get rid of it. Actually, he just shot the Volt Scourge.
He just shot it, okay.
Yeah.
Because Volt Scourge has flying.
Yep.
Or Liliana's Spectre.
And so does Volt Scourge.
Yeah, so does Volt Scourge, so he has to shoot it. And he played the Priest.
Played the Priest, all right. So he's going to get in for 1 with the Sprigget, or 2 with the Sprigget.
This is a race, but I don't know if Sir Brew Lot's winning this race.
Yeah, I don't know who's winning this race right now.
He might be.
Well, the Symbiotic Elf just...
The Symbiotic Elf definitely helped.
Yeah, I think that might have just sealed it. Yep. We're going to
move on to game 2.
Get a scoop in game 2 here.
Ryan, you can kind of see what this cube is all about. It is all about combat. You can draft some reactive strategies, but for the most part in this cube, you want to be getting jiggy with it, as they say.
That's very true. You definitely want to try to play fast.
Yes.
You want to try to remember all of your triggers. You want to try to make sure that you don't make the mistakes and that your opponent makes the mistakes. I know that goes a lot for Magic, but this is the cube where you really want to do that, because that's where all of these different fundamentals shine.
Yeah. Your ability to number one, read the card, know what it does, know how it'll affect the game itself.
Yep.
And then remembering your triggers, those small things in this will get you ahead, give you those small percentage points, as we like to say in Magic.
Yeah.
Anytime you can gain those small percentage points to get the win,
that little bit of an advantage sometimes is really all you need, especially in a match inside of this cube.
Yeah, I mean, you speak of fast. I've drafted this cube one time, and I drafted all 1 and 2 drops.
Yeah,
and I loved it, because if you know me as a Magic player, if I can play all 1s and 2 drops, I'm going to play all 1s and 2 drops.
Yeah, I think another player in this actual draft right now has a deck that his max CMC is 4.
That's where I want to be. You know, I think I remember I played like 13 lands.
Yeah, I think he's running 16.
Yeah,
lands.
13 or 14 lands. I had all 1 and 2 drops. I was like, that's where I want to be in Magic. If I can play a 14, 13 lander with all 1s and 2 drops, and you can do that in this cube. You absolutely can do that, and you're not sacrificing power at all to do that.
Right. No, you're not.
A lot of good removal at 2.
Yeah, you know, those two most recent cards that got downshifted. We had a Braid.
Yes.
And Cast Down both get downshifted
Huge for this.
to common. And
you threw those right in.
Yeah, I threw them right in.
Absolutely.
I couldn't put them in fast enough.
Yes.
As soon as the card list was out for Double Masters, I put them in here.
I remember that conversation very well.
I mean, heck, for the cards out of Zendikar Rising, I made 23 changes.
Yeah, Zendikar has been great for the cube.
Yeah, it's a good limited format.
It's a great limited format. I say in my cube, which will be foreshadowing, which will be week 5 of the Q League, I made 25 changes, and all from Zendikar. I'm more of a fan of the modal DFCs, as they're called.
Mm-hmm.
So I love those cards. I think they're really good.
I think so too. And you know, seeing seeing some of the cards, a little bit of showcase here, a little action here.
Yeah.
Really makes things great.
Yeah, we're still shuffling up here for game number 2.
Yep. I think this is the most shuffling I've ever seen Sir Brew Lot do.
Ever. Man, and as a cube curator, watching him shuffle.
See, to me, it doesn't bother me so much.
Right.
Yes, these cards are commons, but are alphas and betas in here.
I have a beta Landwehr Elf.
That Landwehr Elf is a beta Landwehr Elf.
I have a beta in mind. I know what that costs. Yes.
And, it really doesn't bother me all that much. Now, I don't have, Moxen.
Right.
I don't have things like that, but the cards are meant to be shuffled.
They are meant to be shuffled.
Now, obviously, you don't want to bend them and have to shuffle them, but
right.
but you do want to shuffle them as much as you can.
That's why there's HP beta cards. That's for a cube.
Yours was HP?
I might have had a couple damaged.
Oh wow.
Mine
were primo condition.
Oh. I went HPs. My clone and I think my Landwehr Elf are for sure HPs.
Yeah.
My Terra might be mild or mid play. Spoiler for week 5.
I think the Fireball is a beta HP.
Oh, hey, where's the LP? Here we go.
There's the Sprite. So we've got the land up.
There we go.
We've got the hand up. We've got 2 forests, Vampire Lacerator, Witch's Cottage, Cultivate, Liliana Spectre, and Assaulti Scavenger.
Yeah, let's get going.
I think for this hand, I think in this hand, what he's probably going to want to do is probably jam that Witch's Cottage down right away.
You have to.
You're not going to get the value out of it that you want, but
that turn 3 Cultivate.
But you're going to get turn 3 Cultivate. You're going to get turn 2 Vampire Lacerator. You're going to be right there.
It looks like Sir Brew Lot's talking to his partner.
Yeah.
Probably talking about the same thing. Do I play this forest and try to? Oh, he drew a swamp for turn.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So get busy. All right. So the Scribe Sprite gets in for 1. Looks like we're going to see another forest for OutofFocus. And that looks like a piece of equipment.
It's a piece of...
it's a Hovermire.
Oh, okay.
So it's a 1/1 flyer with Vigilance.
Okay, so he plays the Witch's Cottage now.
Yep. Which is all right. He doesn't have a 2-drop in his hand, so...
Yeah. And
looks like he's going to get in for 2, putting Sir Brew Lot down there quickly. Looks like the street... The Foundry Street Denizen and
a
rampant growth.
Okay.
Yeah, seems like a great play right there. Another thing I like about watching these guys play is they seem to be using the red zone correctly.
Yes. Yes, I appreciate that. Get in the red zone.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. It really helps us seeing what's going on to know what's attacking when you put it in the red zone.
In the red zone.
Meant for attacking creatures.
It is. Put it in the red zone.
So he's going to get in for 2 with the Vampire Lacerator. He's going to show his card that he drew. Looks like he's going to cast Liliana's Spectre.
Yeah.
So he's got a choice to make here. He's going to take it all.
Wow. Okay.
He's really using that life as a resource. His upkeep trigger, he loses a life.
Yep.
He draws, looks like a forest for turn. I'm sorry, a swamp for turn. He still got the Scavenger in hand. He didn't cast the Cultivate.
Well, yeah, it doesn't look good.
Like he was going to swing it.
Because OutofFocus has gotten ahead pretty good, and there's that ambush.
Yeah, there's the Guilt Leaf ambush right there. So they're going to clash.
They're going to clash.
Whoever's got the highest converted mana cost wins the clash. If he wins, then they gain Death Touch until end of turn.
Yeah, Sir Brew Lot's falling behind here.
Yeah, just a little bit. It looks like he's trying to make some tough decisions.
Did he not block out of focus? I take it, or did he?
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he bluffed it.
I was gonna say, like, I was waiting on. Okay, there we go. Now
there he goes. So now he's gonna cultivate.
Okay.
So one of the lands will go to the battlefield tapped. One of the lands goes to his hand. Looks like he's looking for a mountain.
Okay.
Does he have a feeling that a red card's going to pop up in his hand?
Might just be taking it just in case.
Just to thin out some lands, maybe. I mean, that's a possibility.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's splashing. So I'm assuming the Jund is a splash. Did he take a red elf?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like,
he took a Hellhound. Took a Hellhound and a couple other red cards.
And that looks like a kitty
cat. A red
cat.
piece of removal. Yeah, that is a Pride Malakan.
Yeah.
That will give your creatures with +1/+1 counters trample.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
that's a lot of damage there that he's taken.
He can't profitably attack this turn. It looks like Out of Focus drafted the aggro portion of his aggro deck.
yeah, he definititely drew all the aggro.
This is what I'm talking about. He's got 4 lands on the board, and he has just flooded the board with creatures.
Yeah.
You can absolutely do that in this cube environment.
You sure can. And that's kind of what this cube was designed to do.
Yeah.
There is a very strong control deck.
Absolutely.
It looks like he's going to scoop it up.
Yeah.
I don't blame him there.
Yeah, when the aggro deck drafts or draws its aggro portion of his deck on the play, it's very hard to beat it.
It sure is. And it
I'm looking at that, knowing what I just saw from Sir Brew Lot, I'm wondering if I don't forget I don't know what red card he's splashing, but maybe get rid of the splash and kind of
streamline it.
Get rid of a cultivate. Maybe just get more creatures.
Yeah, it looks like he does have a Hellhound that he's looking at right there. That might be his sideboard. Yeah, that was his sideboard. So
I'm interested in seeing what the red splash is for.
Now that Dawn Treader Elk right there, like that, that can kind of keep him in the game a little.
Yeah.
So I think that's got to stick around.
He's playing the Rakdos Carnarium. I saw that.
Yeah.
That looked like was that the red black card?
I think it was.
Yeah. The one with
that thing.
That thing, yeah.
That it does in the night.
I don't know every card in this cube.
I know you don't. It's a Cathari Bomber.
Yes, that one.
It has flying. It's a 2/2. When it enters or when it deals combat damage to a player, you create 2 1/1 Red Goblin creature tokens and sacrifice Cathari Bomber. And Cathari Bomber has Unearth for 1 red, 1 black, and 3 other.
Okay.
And if that's the only thing that he's splashing in there, then okay. I think
that's a good enough card in this, but I'm looking at Cultivate. I don't like the Cultivate type effects when I'm facing an aggro deck.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I think if you're playing Cultivate, I think you should play the Hellhound.
Yes.
Because you're going to be able to trigger it a little more efficiently.
Get that thing to a 4/5.
Maybe,
yeah. I mean, there is removal in this cube, especially for a 0/1.
Yeah,
this cube can handle one toughness creatures very
and again,
well.
that's why,
part of the design.
It's part of the design
Yes.
to get rid of that card or to put that card in.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want that card to get too out of hand.
I think that's a perfectly balanced card. It's not Goblin Guide, but Goblin Guide's too good for this cube. You know, a Goblin Guide type card, like a 1-mana 2/2, but a 1-mana 0/1 that can become a 2/3 if you meet certain conditions.
There is a 1-mana 2/2.
There is,
and he's got it,
but
it doesn't have haste,
and he takes the damage.
And he takes the damage for it
every upkeep. So,
you know, it'd be a really good card for him to have right now in his hand.
What's that?
Ashes to Ashes, and I think he's got it.
Yeah.
I think he needs a grip full of removal and a land package to go right along with it.
Ashes to Ashes, when I first read that card, when I drafted this, I went, what? This card is a common and it's in this cube?
Yes. Ashes to Ashes is instant speed, black, colorless. Instant speed, exile 2 target creature cards, lose 5 life.
Yes. And so needless to say, when I read the card, I windmilled it onto the table.
I'm sure you did.
To draft it.
I'm sure you did. I would have done the same thing. Yeah, when I was putting the cube together and I came across that card, I said, I can't believe this is a real card.
Right.
In the common slot in this.
Instant speed, exile, and black.
Yeah.
2 creatures? I don't care
creatures.
I'll pay 6 life.
Folks, if you haven't looked at the list, make sure you look at the list of black removal.
You'll be surprised.
It's very, very efficient black removal cards. Cards that'll make you think twice about ever wanting to play with Fatal Push.
Right.
All right, looks like we both of them mulliganed.
Okay.
So we're gonna look at 7 and put one back maybe if we like where we're at. And it looks like he's got lands and spells.
I see 3 lands, a cultivate,
Dawn Treader Elk,
yeah,
and looks like that Cathari Bomber.
All right, now out of focus. I'm
kind of out of focus.
Yeah. That's the dad pun for the night.
Yeah, there's your dad puns there. So, looks like he's getting a ruling on a card in his hand before he decides whether or not he's going to keep. And it looks like Sir Brew Lot is kind of holding on to his cards till he finds out what his opponent is going to do.
I'm not gonna lie, watching this makes me want to draft your cube.
Yeah, well, I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
because that's what it's supposed to do.
If you've never drafted any kind of pauper cube or cube of commons, as we like to call it.
Yeah, I call mine a cube of commons because there's cards in it that are banned in pauper.
Right. Yeah, we don't abide by any because I think this coming week we have a Pioneer
cube,
but it doesn't adhere to the Pioneer ban list.
For the most part, it does.
Does he?
But it has Smuggler's Copter in it.
Okay, so he has some cards that are.
Yeah, he's got a couple of banned cards in it. I've got Hymn to Turok in here.
That card's just good.
Card's broken.
Period. It's in my cube, and I run a powered cube. So.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got a keeper here. He's going to show our production team what he's got in his hand. And we did see a forest right away. It looked like he was going to throw a forest on the battlefield before he did anything.
Yeah. I think I saw 3 lands. I think I saw 2 forests and a swamp. Or did he put
looks like a swamp, a forest, and a cultivate, a Cathari Bomber, and a pair of sharpshooters. And we've got a 1/1 that we're going to have to read.
If I could read it, I would read it.
If I could read it, I would read it. Looks like there's the Dawn Treader Elk.
This is just good old Magic, the way it's intended. Creatures being played, combat tricks, removal spells.
Yeah. Dawn Treader Elk is a 2/2 for 2 with pay a green, sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card and put it on a battlefield tapped and shuffle your library. So
That's his third source of land.
So that's his third source of land
Okay.
right now. Looks like he drew another source. He drew a swamp. So he's going to go ahead and play that swamp.
I'd probably cast Cultivate while I'm even on the board.
Yeah,
or close even.
I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to go get his red source of mana.
Because he has Cathari in hand?
Yep. He's got Cathari in hand, and he's got a Vampire Lacerator, so he'll get another forest, and I'm sure he'll get get a mountain.
Yep.
Look at those basic lands.
I approve of those basics.
Those are from the Tempest block, ladies and gentlemen, or from the Tempest set. I decided those would be the lands that I would go with for this cube, and it just fits the theme perfectly.
I was going to go with beta lands.
And then you saw the price.
And then I saw the price and realized I needed at least 200 of them, and then I said, yeah. After all the other money I've invested into this, I'm good.
Yeah. We are people that take cubes seriously, and it looks like he tapped that hover mirror, even though it's got vigilance.
Oh.
Is that a snake umbra?
It looks like a... Is it?
Oh, no, it's a snake form.
Oh, snake form. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And is he going to play Cathari Bomber this turn?
I think he is. He drew it of the Horde Swamp, or Horde Swarm, so...
That's a good card to... well, Cathari is a good card to... It has a merge, correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say here.
So you can emerge it with that card, yes.
Okay.
All right, so it looks like we've got a little bit of action going on here. Got a Bitterbow Sharpshooters in hand. You know, that would probably be the better card to...
that probably would, actually.
Because you want to attack with the Cathari Bomber to get those...
the Goblin triggers.
Those little 1/1 Gobos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do not know that card.
That, I do believe...
It's nice when you sit next to the curator of the cube. Oh, yeah, he's getting in with Cathari. A block, okay. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know what that card is off the top of my head.
It looks
like
like
a Horned Cavu.
It's a Gruul card.
It's a Horned Cavu.
Okay.
It's 2 mana, 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, return a red or a green creature card to its owner's hand.
A 2 mana, 3/4?
Yep.
That seems real good in an aggro deck.
Just a little bit.
I'll return a creature for that.
There's a Ivy Lane Denizen.
Okay. OutofFocus draws for turn. And looks like he's
going to swing the 3/4. I don't blame him.
I don't blame him at all. Yeah, exactly what you do with it. A 3/4 in this cube is good, real good, especially for 2 mana.
He's going to take the damage.
Ram through.
He's going to ram through.
Yeah.
Take some more damage.
Yeah, because it has trample, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ivy Lane. No. Well.
Man, he's
doing all kinds of work.
I got rid of the mountain. Okay.
Yeah, he got rid of the mountain because he thinks that might be the only mountain that he has. And I think he might be right.
He has Rakdos Carnarium. I did see that earlier.
Yeah, but that card says put a basic land.
Basic, yeah. He's not getting...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another one of those new cards from Zendikar Rising. I can't remember the name of it.
That's okay. It
Cleansing Wildfire.
Yes, that's it.
Cleansing Wildfire. Destroy target land. Its owner searches their library for a basic land card and puts it on the battlefield tapped. You draw a card.
That sounds great.
For a common.
Wow.
Sorcery speed.
You know, you're going to sacrifice that sometimes.
Yep.
At the common level, which is why when I read Ashes and it said instant speed, I just went, what?
Yep. So it looks like he got his Gabo tokens.
Are those 2/2 Gabos or 1/1s?
Those are 1/1 Gabos.
Okay. And he played Bitterbow.
Yep.
This has been an interesting game.
This is a very interesting game.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot.
He's going to take it.
I do think OutofFocus needs to put some creatures on the board.
I think so too. I think he's getting a little mana shorted here.
I think he has a land in hand. It might be a
bounce land.
A bounce land.
He's got a couple.
Yep, it's a bounce land. Yep.
He's got a couple of creatures that he just dumps out there. Looks like a Sprite and a Foundry Lane or Foundry Street Denizen. And we've got a Tyrant's Choice, It of the Horde Swarm in hand for Sir Brew Lot.
I know if I'm Sir Brew Lot, I want to get It of the Horde Swarm out.
Mm-hmm.
Because that card on this board state looks really good.
It sure does, especially right now in this point in time.
Yeah. And he's getting in with his goblins and his vampire there.
Yeah, so Into the Horde Swarm says when you cast it, you put 2 1/1 green insect creatures onto the battlefield. It's a 4/4 with Emerge. And maybe he's looking to get to where he doesn't have to pay the Emerge cost?
Maybe. Oh, what is that? There's combat tricks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there's some combat tricks. He's got them all, it looks like. So
I mean, in this Gruul shell, I think the combat tricks is where you want to be. Oh, he's pitching a land, or he's doing something with a land. Is he playing a land?
So it looks like Swell of Growth.
Okay.
Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. You may play a land card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Okay.
He's kind of looking right now and trying to figure out what he's got here. So it looks like we're going with the Tyrant's Choice.
Okay.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Tyrant.
It looks like they did the 4.
Yeah, it looks like they went
Torture.
Went with Torture.
Okay. Man.
That's Scourge Devil. Scourge Devil has Unearth. Creatures you control get +1/+0 if you unearth it. And haste.
Wow. Okay.
Sir Brew Lot draws another swamp. He's got enough to emerge it.
That's what he's counting.
And he's going to sack a Gabo to emerge it. Yep. That seems like a good call. He's going to put 2 insects. 2 1/1 insects out on the battlefield. And that's all it does. It's a 4/4.
It's a 4/4, but I mean, you got 6 power across 3 bodies.
It's a 4/4 that makes 6 power in 3 bodies.
I think that's a perfectly fine rate.
I think so too, especially for this cube.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're talking about something there. I don't know what that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on either, but he's got a whole lot going on. And there's a
Hooting Mandrill?
The Hooting Mandrill's paid full price. He said, "You know what? I'm going to pay full price for this since there's no reason for me not to." And it was a pass. This is now turned into pass go.
We're draw go control mode.
Yep.
Is that a
Pima Outrider?
That's what. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, I think he can get in with.
That's a Tarju Path Warden.
It looks like he's getting in with. Man, I'd still be. There's a lot of combat tricks, and you've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, you've seen almost all of them. So the Tarjaru Path Warden is a 5/4 with Vigilance and Trample.
Okay. And it looks like he chumped.
Yeah, he chumped the Scourge Devil.
Yeah.
I play Scourge Devil in my modern Dredge deck.
You said Dredge.
Yes. Because you dump him in the yard and then you pay the unearth cost as a get him dead tactic.
Right. Is that a feed this?
It looks like a feed the swarm. That seems like a really good card to get rid of that not hooting Mandrills.
He takes. So he would take.
So kill the Cabu.
Kill the Cabu. Take 2.
Swing.
Swing. Yeah. Swing. Oh, he's swinging beforehand. Okay.
Okay. I see why.
Yeah.
So Mandrills is going to block. Mandrills is going to block there. He's going to take 1 from the Mandrills, 4 from It of the Horde Swarm. He's going to do exactly what we said.
Yep.
Feed the Swarm.
Take 2.
Take 2.
Can't something unearth from his graveyard with haste?
Yes. Scourge Devil.
Okay.
But at that point, he doesn't need to.
Oh, and looks like that's game.
That's why he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
If he would have drawn something else, then yes.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you for the next game. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
Like.